Hey guys and girls, how's it going, and welcome back to another episode of Crash Landing with myself, Lewis. Hope you're brilliant, having yourself a great day as always. We're back inside our deserty land, and I have not actually been automating anything. I've left my machinery room alone, because today I said we was going to make ourselves a train station, and we was going to make our way to this city and set up a line, a passenger line, so we can get back and forth really easily. And you might be thinking, well, what is that right there? That would be the first part of the train station. So I've been playing around with futuristic bricks and these factory blocks and things, and then they're kind of cheap. Like, they cost a little bit of iron, but that's about it. But you get a fair few for them. And I've made this station. Doesn't this look cool? I wanted to keep the general aesthetic that it's kind of a rundown place. We're using scraps of metal and bits and bobs that we could find. That's why I used the glass up here, like the grated glass, because I think that looks really cool. And that is, this is going to be really nice, I think. I've been playing with different types of tracks, and I've decided on the tracks I want to use. We're going to use passenger drop-off rails and pickup rails from Mine Factory Reloaded for getting on and off. Because I was thinking I can have the cart stop and then send it off again in another direction. But then I thought, you know what, how's about if I just have like 5 running at the same time? So there's always going to be like 5 mine carts running at the same time. So I wouldn't really have to wait around here too long for another one to come and then pick me up and off we go. So I can just keep jumping on and off whenever I like. So I think that's how I'm going to do that. Now, that direction, I did make a bit of a mess up when I made this. I kind of thought that the road was that way. Turns out it's not. It's that way. So we're going to go up a little bit and then round and then over that way. And then we're going to get to the road. And we're going to use the road as a guideline to get us to the city, because we know that goes straight to the city. So that's how we're going to do that. But before we build any more of this, there's a couple of things I want to quickly take care of. And I think this is going to sort out our water a little bit easier, because water isn't really something that you can fully, well, you can fully automate. I was thinking of using drones, but I haven't really got round to that yet. So I want to kind of sort it out a little bit. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a load of I think it's barrels. They're called barrels. or drums, that's the one, drums. We're going to make some drums, and we're just going to use these because, you know, they're so much easier. And they hold 256,000. So that's 256 bottles of water. So that's pretty cool, right? So we're going to use those. Now we need some iron ingots. We need some weighted pressure plates. We need a stone barrel. So we need some of that stuff. Let's go and grab some stone if we have any of that. If we don't, we can just go cook some up. Let's have a look. And I'm going to put this down next to where our trees are so that I can get a load of water. Pressure plates. We don't have any stone. That's fine. We can go make some stone. That's no problem. We've got the redstone furnace over in this room now, so that's going to be kind of cool. So this is going to take some time. It's not going to be a quick thing because, you know, I've got to dig a lot out and I've got to build a lot, and I still haven't got an amazing amount of supplies, so that's one thing. Alright, let's make some, let's get some cobblestone and pop you in there. There we go. Get ourselves some of these. So these drums are going to come in mighty handy because they can hold a load of water for us. So we can get like 2 of these filling up at one point, which is, you know, really cool as well. So with these, we can just leave them lying all around the place. That's kind of my plan. I want like water drop-off areas. So we'll have one water drop-off area inside that place. I might even have one along the line, although that means I'd have to put more drop-off points. So maybe we won't do that. But I want to definitely have some drums over at the city so that when I get there, I can refill all my water. Instead of having to carry like spare camel packs or loads of bottles of water around in my bags, it's just going to be easier that way. So yeah, we're going to go with that. So that's going to give me a fair few of those. Let's get a few more, because we need, what is it, 6 per piece. Then we need the slabs as well, so we'll get a few more of those. We'll get like, what about 16's worth? There we go. And once this is made, this is going to be great, because it means I can start tearing down the buildings there. And the buildings themselves are fairly good at just being resourceful. And there's so much stuff there that I haven't actually found yet. It's going to be a good laugh to take all that down. It also means I can get closer to the nether brick structures. You haven't seen these yet because I haven't actually taken you there, but they're in these big nether brick structures with loads of bad guys in there. They're going to be really cool because they mean that I can get myself, I can do a load of those extra quests, because those quests that you need to do, you need to kill so many things to get things like rocket launchers and whatnot. We can do those because all I have to do is literally just pop a grinder down right next to one of them, and boom, done. Nice and easy. Alright, there we go. So let's take this out. And we should make ourselves some of these. So I think I'm going to make 2 to start with, because they're going to take some time to fill up anyway. And we'll make them just down here. So let's do you. And there's that. There we go. And it's like that with this. And that. Oh, we need the weighted pressure plates, don't we? Alright, let's get some weighted pressure plates. There we go. Alright. Bam. Have we only got enough for 1? Wow. Oh, we need more weighted pressure plates, that'll be why. Let's grab a few more of those. And can we get one more? I think we can. Cool. Alright, so let's go place these down over here where we've got our water. Now I've got so many spare saplings that I have put one of these back onto just picking up leaf blocks. Because if we have a look in here, you can see that I've got a fair few saplings. And this one is currently set not to share leaves, whereas this one is. So doing so, I'm getting a decent amount of wood. You can see that we're starting to fill up the second barrel now. And I got a fairly decent amount of leaf blocks as well. This guy's like fully stocked now. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop one here and one here. Actually, I don't think that's going to fill. We can try, but I don't think that's going to fill. No, that is most definitely not going to fill. That's fine. Let's get a couple of bits. Let's grab ourselves a lever. And in my thermal thingies, let's get some fluidux. And I'm actually going to take this guy, because we'll change this up a little bit if we're going to do that. So let's put some fluidux. Let's do it across the ceiling, I guess. Yeah, we'll just do this. Why not? Then we could have them along here. That'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it? Let's grab you. Poof. And we'll turn you off. It's always good to have a little spare backup of water, so I guess we'll keep those there. And in here, let's dig this away a little bit. We can have our tank. So we'll have one there, and one there. Cool. And over time, they will fill up. Now, it does take a little while. You can see in the whaler tooltip at the top that it's going to take some time. Saying that, that one's already up to 11,900 and something, but then this is going to go down really fast. But we can leave that, and it's going to do its thing, so good stuff. So let's leave that to do its stuff. Alright, so let's finish up the train station, and I'll give you a little demonstration of these tracks, and then I'm going to get digging, because I have an absolute load to be digging over the next hour or two. This is going to take some time. Wow, stuff's exploding everywhere. Yeah, so these guys are really cool. So what we can do with these, and they do exactly as they sound. One drops off, one picks off. I've realised that the drop off generally will try and drop off to the right, as long as it's got nowhere, like if it's not on a lower area. So that's kind of cool. So you see it'll drop me off there, which is nice. And then on this side, if I go grab my trusty guy again, there we go. This one is just going to pick me up. Oh. There we go. What a guy. Cool beans. So that's pretty much how that's going to work. Now, I did have to put this little area in between. I didn't actually want this here, but it kept basically dropping me off and then putting me back on again. It seems putting this wall here has stopped that from happening, which is cool. So that's kind of pretty useful. But I think we should at least be able to make our way to the track. Yeah, that's going to be a thing. So let's top up on our water, and then we'll make our way over to the track and do some cool stuff. I'm not too sure yet if I actually want to dig up the road or go underneath it. It would be kind of cool to dig it up because, you know, we could use those blocks for cool stuff. And I was thinking of having the top of the track kind of sticking out a little bit with some glass. I think that would look pretty cool. So I might go with that, but yeah. So let's, I made myself an excavator and we're going to give this a shot. So let's just keep going. So I think we want to go around this way. There we go. Where are we? Yeah, this is good. So let's go through here. Now we're going to want to try and break this off a little bit so that it's not straight. I think that could do it. Yeah, that'll be fine. It gives enough room for him to kind of swing around. And let's keep going. And I have a high feeling my excavator is going to level up soon. I've only just made it, but it actually counts every single block that you mine, which is very cool. And I'm hoping that by leveling up I'll be able to get myself some of the... Oh, there we go, we can see the road on the minimap. I'm hoping by leveling up I'll be able to put some mossy on it, because cobalt is kind of a little bit scarce. It's not easy to find because I have to get it from sifting the soul sand, and it's got something like a 1% drop rate, so it's not easy to get my hands on, so having a bit of that on there would be kind of handy. And it looks like trying to upgrade it with like a diamond and a block of gold doesn't work, so that's definitely not a thing. Alright, so we're getting close to this guy now. So we're just going to keep going until we get to the top of it. Then we're going to swing around again and make our way into it like that. So I think we're kind of close. Oh, there we go. Did I just get some redstone? What did I get? I got one modifier. Yes, I got a modifier. Nice. Okay, so let's go up here and see if we can see the road. So the road is just over there. So let's go along here. Oh my... I am so glad that this road is even. That's so good. Okay. And oh, hey, there we go. Cool. Nice. So this is the way we're going to go. So let's see how hard this stuff is. Blackstone gravel. Ah, if it's gravel, does that mean I can... No. I definitely can't do that. Well, it looks like I'm going to have to dig this out, and this is going to definitely take some time. But yeah, that's going to be the general gist. Or, oh, I just had a better idea. Actually, no, because that's going to be really expensive. I was thinking I could bring it back up to the ground surface and just go along it. But that's going to be mega expensive unless I change the block type that I've been using. Because the armoured blocks and things, they're really cool, but they are a little expensive. So maybe we could just use stone to do that. Like stone, you know, we don't have to keep it that way, do we? Kind of, you know, it looks a bit run down and whatnot. We could do that. That would be kind of cool. I might actually go with that because I like the idea of being able to do that. So let's take these. And we'll pop them back like that. And then do that. And yeah, there we go. There's our ramp to get up onto this place. Sweet. Okay, right, so next thing is get digging. And I need to make a load of tracks. So I'm going to go and do that. And I'll see you in a bit. So I just had to quickly come down here, check, see how these water tanks were doing on the drums. And I realised they weren't filling up. And that's because we were filling up with saplings. We had way too many saplings in it. This guy wasn't pushing out any more water. So what I've done is I've put a barrel here for the time being. I think I'm actually just going to throw a nullifier here. Because if I have them pumping back into here, it's going to fill up way too fast. So, and... we have so many saplings now that I think I am more than happy to delete them. So I think I might put a nullifier here at some point, but let me show you where I've got with the railroad. So it is taking a long time to do, but it's going to be worth it. I think it's fun, isn't it? It's a little bit different. You don't generally see it, although I'm using up almost all my iron. I think it's going to pay off at some point. Maybe like 6 years in the future, it might pay off. But yeah, so this is what I've done. Now, it I don't know if I'm going to keep it like this, but I want it to kind of look, how to put it, like run down modernized to kind of stick with the look. And I think these chiseled bricks are really good. These guys, the small cobblestone bricks, they seem really nice. And I've laid tracks all the way, which I shouldn't have done because I regret doing it now. But I laid tracks all the way up this way to where the road was, and then I stopped. And the reason I shouldn't have done it is because I actually want to pave the ground, which means I'm going to have to rip them up. So, yes, that was a fail. The other thing that we need to do is we need to make sure this place is lit, because while I'm working on this, it is getting to night time, and we don't want millions of guys coming down here during the night. Now, it works out that having 10 blocks or 10 of the dust between each light perfectly lights this place up. So if I do that, we should see there's no areas where mobs can spawn. So as long as we leave 10 gaps between each one, we're going to be perfect. And let's place all of these down. I've decided I am going to go with going across the top of the road, because I just think that's going to look cool going along. Like, there's not really much to see because it's all desert and dirt and dusty stuff. But I think it's nice to see something. And if we're doing it during the night, that would be kind of cool to go past all the mobs and things and whatnot. I think that's going to be nice. Let's do this one. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's put it there. That should do this whole place. Yes. So look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, 9 and 10. Oh, I don't know if it's actually going to do it here, but let's have a looky see. Yeah, looks good to me. Alright, well, at least that takes me all the way up to here. This is a long stretch. A long stretch. This is going to take some time. This is probably going to be a two-parter, but I think that's it's definitely going to be worth it. So yeah, but what we're going to do along here, I'm thinking, to try and keep this modernized look we're going for, is I'm going to bring these along here like this. And we're going to have some wiring, these glass, running along like this. And then, kind of, now and then, we'll put like a gap between them. Because I think that's gonna look cool if we just do that. So if we have like a gap here, and then some glass again. And we could even have that go straight across the top. So we could have it like, come up like this, like an intersection type thing. Kind of come along the top. Like that. I think that would look pretty cool. And what we could do along the other sides or across the top is I want to keep the kind of brought in look. So I'm thinking I might actually bring the glass, instead of having it running across the middle when we get up to here, the glass actually run through here like this. I think that would look nice. Like that. And then in between these we can put this horrible stuff again. I like it. Get rid of these. Yeah. Kind of like that. Oh. We'll put that back there, I guess. Right. Yeah. That's going to look cool. And then, like I said, now and then we'll have these little breaking points to kind of section off. That's gonna look nice. I'm still not 100% on these bricks, but they're the best I could come up with for the time being that aren't going to cost me an absolute arm and a leg, because I'm using most of my iron on the rails at the minute. I don't even want to think about how many of the powered rails I'm going to have to use. I did take a test run to see how far I can get from the station all the way along here without the powered rails anywhere along here. There's a couple at the station. I actually managed to get all the way to here, so, and it got really slow in the last bit, but I did manage to get to there. So I'd only actually have to place a powered rail like here to go further on, but I think we want to try and keep it at a fast pace. The idea of getting between here and the city is to try and do it fairly fast, so I think doing it that way is going to be a good way of doing it. Maybe we'll put the powered rail something like every 25 to 20 blocks apart to give it that little extra speed, because it seems to start dipping off after around about here-ish, and to be honest, I have no idea how many blocks that is, but it's a fair few. So that's going to be that. Actually, should we give it a trial run? Let's give it a trial run. Let's see how many we can go. So we need to make sure that we have the we need to make sure we have a lever between them so that they do the same thing. So there'll be one on either side, because that's just easier that way. And if we have the first ones here, I'm thinking of having the next ones like in between these blocks. I don't think we can actually put them in between, because we've got 1, 2, yeah, there's 10 in between. So 5-ish would be right here, so it'd be somewhere right here, wouldn't it? So if we kind of did them here. So if we put 1 there, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I put it here, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're never going to be able to get that right, but it's better than nothing, I guess. So let's get rid of you and put that back down. So what we'll say is every section between 2 lighting blocks, we'll put it on the, what's that, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the 5th in. So it'd be like this one, then this one, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same along here, so this one, and this one, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's going to be expensive because these guys do cost gold and redstone, but I think I've got enough to keep me going for the time being. The processing area that we've got is actually making a fairly decent amount. Even though we haven't got it auto smelting yet, we will do it at some point. So let's give this a test ride. How am I doing for water? I'm fine. So let's gear and see how this does now. It should be fairly good. It should be fairly fast because you can see that I keep up a decent... Oh, we... Wow, that's a fail. I completely forgot to do that. Yeah, we should probably put some levers between these. Let me go grab some levers. Alright, take 2. Levers are down. Let's give this a go. See how we do. Where is my rail car? There you are. Okie dokie, here we go. I want to make sure I keep a good, steady pace. Yeah, seems to be just fine. Nice. We're actually picking up speed. How far are we going to get? I don't think we're going to make it up these. Oh. 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 No. We so close. So close. Well, well, well. Oh, there we go. Right, come here. Cool beans. Well, that is working nicely. I want to try and have a sleep in a second, but... yeah, it seems to be doing the trick. So I'm going to go and I'm going to keep working on this. I'm going to try and get some more done. I was actually thinking of making a station in between here in the city. Like, kind of like a kind of... I don't know what I'd use it for, but I just feel like it would be nice to have kind of a halfway point where maybe we could have like a refill station, so like a water and food refill station, or we could use it to start making our tropical oasis, because I know I don't need to, but I feel I should make a tropical oasis in this here desert, this here dusty desert. I think it needs a tropical oasis, so maybe we could have a little point in between here and the city, like a getaway, you know, get away from all the work, get away from the city life, and take a step into the jungle and have a little day out. I think that could be nice, because we have got some tropical seeds now, so we can do that, which you know, that's kind of cool. So we can make we could actually make a big place like that. We could make a really big jungle. I think that's going to work. I think it could look really cool. Let's check these guys, see how they're doing. 57, 56. Yep, it's doing its stuff. Alright, I'm going to keep working, and I will be back in a minute. So it's been bugging me for ages now, trying to figure out what I should lay as underneath the rail beds. And I really haven't come up with anything. I think what I've been trying is gravel, but I'm not 100% sold on it. I think it does look like what you'd expect, you know, the underneath of a rail bed to look like. It's all kind of, if you go to a train station, it's all bits of rock and debris and stuff, isn't it? Left from the actual train itself, and bits and bobs lying around everywhere. It's not really paid that much attention to, and I think gravel kind of suits that. But I'm still not 100% sold on it. Maybe some of you guys will have a good suggestion. If you have any, make sure you throw it in the comment section, because I would be quite interested to see what you think would look kind of nice. I don't mind using too many of the factory blocks. Like, I've made a load of these, because factory blocks are actually really cheap. Let me show you the recipe for factory blocks. So you need to make some one of these first, and that gives you 32 and use 4 bits of iron and some stone. So you can get these fairly fast. Now you can chisel those into most of the other factory blocks. The only things that I don't really want to be using many of, I believe, are the what are they called? Not factory blocks, are they? I got some around here, I think. They're a special type of block. The factory... futuristic. Those are the ones. Let's have a look at futuristic. Futuristic. Oh, well, that's not bad. It's 1 bit, but we only get 8. So I'd prefer to use the factory blocks than the futuristic. So maybe you guys will be able to have a look at some of those and see which ones you think are going to look nice. But I really can't come up with anything. If I can't come up with anything, I think I'm just going to stick with the gravel to try and give it that little effect. I really like having this going along here. I think this looks really cool. I've got this going away all the way up there. And I think it just adds a splash of colour to it, which is nice. Most of it's lit up, so it's alright. And it's fairly safe now. So I know that nothing's really going to be able to make its way all the way through here. But just to make sure, let's just do that, just to make sure. We can have a baby zombie coming through, but I think we're going to be okay. It looks like it's kind of, you know, it's blocked off for the time being. You're just going to have to wait, guys. The construction isn't finished. But I think that's going to be that for today's episode. We'll kind of call this part 1 of the epic train station build. Yes. Before we go though, I actually want to take a look at it. So I've got my leadstone jetpack out because I want to go and check this guy out. So let's have a look. So we'll turn you on and we'll turn my jetpack on and woof, rough. Let's see what this looks like from above. It looks fairly epic, doesn't it? Like, check this place out. It is nice. Oh, there's like ghost zombies down there. Or ghost spider guys. Phantom spiders. That's horrible. Yeah, it looks kind of cool. It does look very urban, which is what I like. Maybe we could do some graffiti to give it that look. But it looks kind of run down, you know, it looks urban. This is the kind of thing I'm going for. This will lead us straight to the city this way, so that's good. So I just have to follow this from now onwards. I am still very interested in doing a kind of halfway point, I think, just to have something a little bit different. But for the time being, it's just making it. It takes a long time to do it. So there we go, guys. That's going to be that for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions and such, make sure you leave them in the comment section, especially about the under track, the gravel that I've laid down. Maybe you've got some better ideas for that. And cool. Yeah, that's it. All right, guys, make sure you leave a like if you enjoyed it. And if you're new to the channel, I urge you to subscribe for some more awesome content. Have yourself a great day. Have a good one, as always, and goodbye.